Jed grew up in northern Colorado, where he and his family raise and show nationally competitive sheep and cattle. Judging led Jed to Butler Community College, where he was a member of the champion team at the Cattlemen's Congress. From there, he went on to Stillwater, Oklahoma, where he just finished up his time as a member of the livestock judging team at Oklahoma State. He was a member of the champion team at the Cattlemen's Congress, National Western, and the National Barrow Show. Jed was also the high individual at the Dixie National Judging Contest. He is going to graduate with a degree in finance and pursue a career in cattle feeding and commodity trading. If we can welcome Jed to the ring. Thank you. In the ring, we have our senior showmanship. We have Brianna Hollingsworth and Braden Jacobson.
Well, a great heat of senior showmen here to start us off. Two very talented showmen that I'm sure if we had a few more of them out here, they certainly could have stood some competition. I'll go and talk the differences between them, just how I see them. I think the young lady up front does a very good job in terms of intensity. Her eye contact is always on point. I like the way she holds that show stick when set into motion. When she sets her up from the side, it's really automatic. every now and then, like towards the end here, the heifer wants to fall asleep ever so slightly. If we could wake her back up there, but just small nitpicky things. The young man that comes here second in line, I really like the way he follows me around the ring, has that heifer always on point. Maybe as we go to set that heifer up and we're starting to step backwards, if we could itch while we do that, kind of allow her to set up a little better ever so slightly and bring that show stick a little farther in front of us. But I like the way that young man stays out farther in front of her when he leads as well. And as he sets up here from the side, he gets a little bit farther off, shows off the front end of that heifer. It comes down to small things between them ultimately. Just think the young lady up front has really good eye contact. She'll be your champion. Good job, buddy.
Coming in the ring now for intermediate showmanship, we have Riley Vetter, Trigg Sedman.
really talented pair of intermediate showmen here. And it's not fun as the judge to have to sort only between two out here because we had 7 or 8 of them. I'm pretty confident that these same two would be towards the top every single time. And yeah, for young kids to be able to show this well is really, really impressive. Like before, I'll go ahead and talk them individually here real quick. Young lady up front, I love her intensity and eye contact. I can really appreciate the heifer that's wanting to fight her a little bit. She's still sticking with her and gets a good look out of that heifer and gets her neck and front end out of her really, really well. Every now and then, got her maybe just a little bit stretched out. I think if we could take a step back off that heifer ever so slightly there, just like that, would help show off her front end even more. But a very, very talented showman. Young man that comes here in second, I like the way he does get off a little bit farther off that front end there. He really has those legs set every single time. I like the way he leads that heifer into it and allows her to set herself up. Maybe wants to run the stick just a little bit fast every now and then, but very talented as well. Ultimately, it just comes down to personal preference. I think the young man here is going to be your champion. Young lady, you'll be a reserve.
And to round out our showmanship, juniors coming in the ring will be Camden Wilson and Braden Vetter.
know I'm starting to sound like a broken record, but another really talented pair of showmen out here. These two young men are doing a great job sticking their Simmental heifers. Between the two of them, it's just small preferences once again. The young man up front, really, my hat's off to him for showing one in showmanship with a nose ring, let alone a removable one. Adds a whole nother challenge to the game, and it's a really impressive skill that a lot of people don't even know how to do. He does a really good job in terms of staying calm and collected out here. Runs that show stick at the right speed. Every now and then, I'd like to see those back legs just a little bit more split. But just small nitpicky things there. Young man that comes here in second, really like the way he gets out the front end of that heifer, lets her lead into it every single time, has that heifer looking on point. Maybe just got a little bit too close every now and then to the one in front of him, but small changes. Like before, just comes down to personal preference things. Young man here and lined up in second will be your champion.
If we can have the first class of spring yearling heifers to the show ring, we have Brianna Hollingsworth, Camden Wilson, Braden Vetter, Riley Vetter, and Olivia Love. So we have Brianna Hollingsworth with Missy. We have Olivia Love with Selena. Braden Vetter with Prada. Riley Vetter with JJ. And Camden Wilson with Ray Ray.
right up front here. Pull right up here. This set of cattle is really just impressive. It's not every day where you have a five-head class where all five of them are presented this highly. It's pretty fun because it's just small things that sort between them. I've judged whole shows where the young man that rounds out our class here, that heifer would have won. So it just comes down to breaking apart the cattle and picking the pieces where you want to land your priorities. I think this pair gets really close. The young man's heifer up front, I think for a Simmental and especially a purebred, is so neat and extended up front. I love her when you set her into motion. She's awesome in the shape and the size to her feet, and she sits down so comfortably. You know, if I'm nitpicking on her ever so slightly, I maybe like to set her back in her knee. But I like that heifer's combination of power and rib shape with still such a neat look up front. Young man does a very nice job getting her shown as well. Young lady's Angus heifer that comes in second. That one's awesome in terms of her body shape. She just reads so maternal and productive there through the center portion of her body. She's awesome and awesome in the build to her hip and hind leg. Is super functional when set into motion. Today, just for me, she's pushing a little bit extra condition. I'd like to maybe see her just a little bit neater there. Maybe just the Angus compared to the Simmental doesn't come with quite the same power or foot size. Young lady's heifer that comes here in third, maybe the outlier of the class in terms of look and balance from the side, especially through the front end of her skeleton. I like the way that one's neck ties on so high into her shoulder. Yet she takes a big step out of the front end. It's when she's parked from the side. It's just small nitpicky things in terms of her balance. I like to soften her in her heart, clean up her navel, maybe make her a little bit neater about her tail head. Young lady's blue heifer that comes in next. I like this one's power. Maybe one of the stouter heifers we have out here. It's just when we set her into motion, maybe just gets a little bit more upright in her shoulder, causes her to get up in her spine there. But when parked from the side, I like that heifer symmetry. She's ultra feminine and neat up front. Cool pieces to breed on there for the young lady. And the young man's Simmental heifer that rounds us out here certainly has her advantages. She comes with the most natural muscle shape and dimension. She's super big-footed. I just like to make her just a little bit neater up front, relax her when set into motion. High-quality class, though. Let's give these kids a big round of applause.
So for our first class, in fifth place, we have Camden Wilson. Fourth place, Olivia Love. Third place, Riley Vetter. Second place, Brianna Hollingsworth. First place, Braden Vetter. Coming into the ring now, we have our junior yearling heifers. We have entries from Brianna Hollingsworth, Candy, Braden Jacobson, Tiff, and Trigg Sedman, Luna.
Man, another class with no bottom to it. These three all have things I really can appreciate just in different packages. I think the most complete one, though, is the young lady's Angus Heifer up front. I like that one's overall femininity and look. She's so maternal there through the center portion of her body. Matches it with being really functional when set into motion. Just hits you with a lot of cow power, a lot of doability. Like her a good deal. Young man Charlotte Composite that comes here in second. That's the stoutest one of the set. She's the biggest up high. She matches it with the biggest pin set, turned to her lower stifle. She's really big footed, and for having all the mass and power she does, plenty sound when set into motion. If I could tweak on her ever so slightly, I'd like to make her just a little bit more feminine there about her head, navel, drop her back in her flank. But I think you get a calf in that one, and she'll be ultra competitive. Young man's Heifer that rounds out our class here. That one maybe is a little bit neater there about the top side of her neck, more feminine about her head. Like her symmetry and look from the side, just compared to the cattle ahead of her. Needs a bit more substance today at the ground and just in terms of body shape and hip, but a high quality project for the young man. Let's go ahead and give these kids a round of applause. Might as well.
We're going to go ahead and pull the first place and second place back into the ring for the overall. The Western Plains Jackpot will be paying $500 to the champion and $250 to the reserve. Coming back in from the first class spring yearling heifer, we have Braden Vetter. And first place out of the second class, we have Brianna Hollingsworth. Second place out of class 1 will be Brianna Hollingsworth. Second place out of class 2 will be Triggs Sedman.
had to get that out of her system. Well, my hat's off to all you folks that brought these heifers today. I don't think I've ever judged a show before that hasn't had any bottom. Every single one of them today have been so good in terms of their feet and legs, balance and power. It makes it really enjoyable for a guy to sort between them. When we get these these class winners and seconds back out here, I think it falls together rather handedly for me which ones I'd like to use. But kids, stick with this deal. It's a lot of fun showing cattle, and it's not the winning that makes it fun. It's the people that you meet, the experiences you get to have with your family. So I'll go ahead and show you your champion in reserve.
Our champion is Braden Vetter. Reserve is Brianna Hollingsworth. Once again, we'd like to thank our judge for today, Jed Sidwell. We really appreciate you coming up and taking a look at our cattle today. It was a great show. For those exhibitors, you will need to see me at the announcers stand to get your payouts. We have class winners 1, 2, and 3 from both classes that will be receiving money coming back, as well as first place in showmanship and champion reserve overall, if you will meet me at the announcers.